Hello everyone, Liana here, as always, with the best topics that will help you to build the best business in your life and live a fulfilling life. You know, I'm a true believer that you can have it all. I'm a true believer that you can have a successful business, happy relationship, great fulfilling life. And you see, I'm someone I've been going through different types of my life, and one moment when I realized that I do not want to settle for less. I don't want an average business. I don't want an average employee. I don't want an average relationship. I don't want an average home. I don't want an average, income. I do not want an average. Nothing. I want everything the best. And of course, we can here negotiate what is the best. But for me, I always know that if I don't grow, I die, as Tony Robbins says. And you see, one of the things why people settle for less is because they have low self-worth and low self-confidence. And those people who do not believe in themselves, who doubt others, they will always find the reason why it's okay to be where you're at right now. And I hate when people are, let's say, they're living in this unhappy, unfulfilling marriage, and they know that this is not the person that they want to be with. This is not the partner that they want to build their dream life. But what they say, it's not that bad. You know, there are other people, they live even in worse relationship, and I have these kids, and while the kids are small, while the kids are little, I want to be with this partner because I'm afraid if I will be able to live different, and yada yada yada. And what I'm trying to say is that we come into this world one time with this body, right? Those who believe in the next lives, I believe it in too, but what I'm saying is this is your opportunity. And the question that you need to ask yourself, is this truly the way I want to live? Is this the life of my dreams? If I would die tomorrow, would I be satisfied with the life I have right now? If the answer is yes, amazing. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. But if the answer is no, then why? Why you are not changing anything? So, and one of the reasons is your self-worth and self-confidence. How do you see yourself? What do you believe you deserve as an individual? And I know through my programs, there have been thousands of people, and I know this is the basic. I know if you have low self-worth, you will not make money as much as you deserve in your potential. Because you will be always self-criticizing yourself, you will not take risks, you will not expand yourself, you will not take the next step, and you will always find the reason why you cannot. So self-confidence is really in direct correlation how much money you're gonna make, what kind of relationship you're gonna have, how successful is going to be your business. So it always starts with you. And you know, Jim Rohn is always saying, work on yourself harder than on your business, and then your business will grow. When I heard this for the first time, I couldn't understand what does he mean, because in my previous business, I was just pushing and building strategies, and I couldn't understand why it was always the average. It's because I wasn't ready for success as a personality. I wasn't ready to receive more because with my level of identity, with my level of growth, I built exactly the same level of the company. So, and when I started to develop myself, when I started to grow, when I started to work on my self-worth, self-confidence, on my mindset, on my belief system, on my fears, exactly everything changed in my business, in my life, in my relationship. So That's why today we are talking about your confidence and what is not allowing you to have a strong, unshakable confidence. Let's go. So, the first thing is your belief system. When you think about life, when you think about yourself, what are the beliefs that are forcing you? What are the beliefs that are driving you? And one of the biggest limiting beliefs that high achievers have is I am not good enough. I'm not good enough for this, I'm not good enough for that. And they're kind of living throughout their lives and always trying to prove somebody something so that they receive this acceptance and kind of like giving candy and saying, you are worthy. And I know a lot of successful people who are living throughout their life, they are not feeling worthy. They are doing everything just because they need to prove it's somebody something. And honestly, it's been always with me the same. When I was running my business previous, my restaurant business, I remember the phrase that I was running, that was running in my head. Now I'm gonna prove everybody that I'm worthy. And I was thinking, if I'm gonna build successful business, people finally will start to respect me, people finally will start to love me, and then, my life will be complete. But it wasn't like that. I had successful business, but my life was absolutely miserable because it's just impossible doing something, building something to prove someone else. It has to be always with you. I have my business because I believe I deserve the best business. I live in this beautiful home, not because I want to show somebody something and show how amazing home I have, but just because I believe that I deserve the best home to live. I have the best team, best employees, not because I don't know, I need to prove again somebody something, but because I believe I deserve the best team. And you see, this is the whole difference. And yes, till now, this belief system has been driving you, forcing you. That's why you have a lot of things in your lives. But think about it. Wouldn't it be better if you would do the same things and it would be more enjoyable, more fulfilling, not for other people, but for yourself? Another belief that is really taking away your self-confidence, I am unworthy of love. And you see, a lot of people who haven't been receiving love in their childhood, they're kind of going and chasing for love. And I'm gonna tell you an example, Marlin Monroe, right? You can see that Marlin Monroe actually was living her life for men. She was always changing men. She had to be this icon just because of one reason, because she didn't love herself, because she was thinking that she is unworthy of love. Marilyn Monroe, her mother left her and she was raised by her mother's sister. And can you imagine the mind of the child who was always thinking, I am not deserving love if even my mother has left me. So with this belief system, she has been always growing and living and never feeling really that she belonged to someone. And she was thinking if she's going to change the man, then she will be loved, another man. And at the end of the day, you know how she ended her life. And a lot of people who haven't received love, they lack confidence. They lack this self-love. They lack this fulfillment that when you love yourself, when you know your self-worth, you can have everything that you desire. Another one of the limiting beliefs is I am a failure. I'm a failure. This belief is usually arising from the past mistakes. And especially if you have had the parents who have been judging you when you make mistakes, who have been telling you, again, you made a mistake, better don't do this, then you build this belief system about yourself, I'm a failure. And what comes in my mind, a client of mine, his mother was, when he was starting his own business, his mother said, this is only one chance that you have. If you're gonna fail, you're gonna lose. If you don't, you are on the horse. And for him, it was very hard because what he was doing, he wasn't taking risks. He was just always playing really safe. And as we know in the business, if you are willing to play safe, you basically have very safe rewards. If you are willing to expand yourself, if you are willing to really succeed and be a shark in your business, you will have to take a lot of risks. And for him, when we were doing a hypnotherapy session, for him it was a true disaster. He was like living this miserable life because he was so afraid to receive this judgment from his mother that he was really playing safe. And you see, we are building these many, and I have a lot of others, but I just want to move forward so that you get more information. But this is how our belief system is affecting our self-confidence. And if you are not changing these negative beliefs that are driving you, you will be always suffering. You'll be always feeling stuck. You will be always feeling like you are not progressing fast enough. It always starts with your mindset and your self-confidence. The second reason why we are not feeling confident is the comparison to others. When we are comparing ourselves to others. And I want you to look the way you are entering in the Instagram and you're scrolling the feed and you're seeing someone, so rich and wealthy, flying with a private jet, driving Porsche, enjoying being somewhere in Caribbeans and just living the best life, and then they have the best partner and everything. Do you feel happy for those people? Or are you feeling unworthy because you think, what's wrong with me? Why I haven't achieved this? I'm also working so hard, and etc. And you see, when you are comparing yourself to others, when you're looking at others people's lives, I just want you to know, in the first place, you don't know what's happening behind their door. I've seen so many cases where in social media, people are just really I'm living my best life. But when they close the door, behind the scenes, they are living a miserable life. Their relationship is shitty. They don't have actually that much money. They're always borrowing from somebody. And it's basically a scene. But also, even though if it is truth, there is always going to be somebody who is better than you are. And what is happening when you are comparing yourself, your body, your income, your partner, and etc. with others, you're basically taking away the power that you have, the energy that you have, that you could build the life of your dreams, and giving this energy to others by comparing yourself to others. So the only person you can compare yourself with is yourself. Am I better than yesterday? I actually suggest to my program participants, I say, if there is somebody who is really triggering you and you really feel bad when you look at that profile, just delete them. Just, don't see them on the daily basis, because why would you make yourself feeling bad if you know this is not serving you? So it's always focus on yourself, always focusing on myself. And I do not want to compare myself to others. And in fact, one of the characteristics that I have developed when I see somebody really successful, I'm like, wow, I am so happy for them. I even sometimes I show to my husband my Instagram feed and I see somebody who has achieved an amazing results. I'm like, look at her. I said, I'm really proud of this woman. And this is also a very strong part that we can develop in ourselves, because then we change the vibration. And when we change the vibration, then we build, it means we accept that we can have the same things in our lives. So the next thing that is not allowing you to feel confident is self-talk and negative self-talk and inner dialogue. And you see, I don't know how about you, but when I went throughout my life, and now I'm 40, I've been really critical to myself. I remember moments when I would wake up in the morning and I would think to myself, like, what the heck? Like I made this mistake, I said this to someone, and I behaved in that way, and I should have done this one and this one. I was always criticizing myself, and I was always thinking that I need to be different. And what is happening when you talk to yourself badly? Your self-esteem, your confidence is going down, and actually you feel crappy. And imagine your mind is like a computer. It's like sucking in, like a sponge. It's sucking in every single information that you are saying. And you can like think that the mind can actually filtrate. No, your mind, it doesn't have the filter system. Your mind is literally whatever you hear, whatever you say, you are just sucking in. Okay, I am stupid. Okay, I'm stupid, and you behave basically like a stupid, right? And I remember when my daughter, she was 3 years old, and when I was already teaching people confidence, and when I was working on the mindset, I was entering in the bathroom and I see she's like jumping and whispering something to herself. And I said, Layla, what are you doing? And she said, Mommy, I'm saying I can do this. I can do this because you told me if I'm gonna say that I can do this, it will happen. And I'm like, thank God, at least I teach something to her as well. But here's the thing. If you as a mother, you are not feeling confident, if you're always criticizing yourself, this is exactly how you're going to pass, what you're going to pass to your children. And in one of my programs, there was a woman, and she said, Liana, my daughter, she had suicidal thoughts and she was trying to kill herself. And I said, okay, can I ask you a question? How are you behaving in front of your daughter? What is the example that you are showing to your daughter? And she burst into tears and she said, you're right, because always I've been standing in front of mirror and I was saying, I'm too fat, my nose is too big, I don't look good, there are other women that look better. And this is exactly that she was passing to her daughter. And if you want to raise strong and confident children, always start with yourself, because your children will learn from you. Another component that is taking away and not allowing you feel confident is fear of failure and rejection. And God, this is a big one. And you see, where is it coming from? When we were living long thousands of years ago, and we were living together, right? And what would happen if you would stay alone? Basically, you would get killed or you wouldn't survive. And that's why we have this desire and need to belong in some kind of community. We need to be a part of something. And nowadays, we have still this strong need and desire to be in the community. And that's why we are so afraid when somebody is going to criticize us or somebody is going to say, you don't look good. I know so many people know that they need to go live every single day on Instagram. They need to share their stories. They need to be, doing podcasts and going out there. But the reason why they are not doing it, why they are not expanding their brand, is because they're afraid. What if they will judge me? What if I will look stupid? What if my mother will say, are you silly? Because doing entrepreneur, like building a business, is not an easy thing. Building a business is just like, it's all about errors and then you win. It's actually when you try 10 times, and only one time maybe it will work. And it really is important. Are you able to tolerate the failure? Because when you fail, trust me, most of the people will be very smart and they will start to judge you. They will start to criticize you, and they will say even, are you silly? Why you are having even this business? Go and get some decent job. And it is very hard, especially if you doubt yourself already and you are not feeling confident enough and you are not in strong financial and business position, it is so super hard when people coming and telling this to you. But here's the thing, it is your life, and the way you can kind of live with it. Of course, what I'm doing, I'm always being very aware of what type of people I'm spending my time with. Now I can literally say you on my fingers, I can just few of the people that I allow in my life to say any suggestions, because I learn only from the people who have achieved in their lives a success. And those who haven't done, they are just smartly speaking or criticizing, or they are jealous. I'm never listening them because I know it's not gonna give me power. So I'm really very careful what kind of people I'm allowing in my life to enter and speak and actually spending time with. The second thing, I'm looking for like-minded people. I'm in the programs, I'm in the masterminds, and I'm building this community around myself with the like-minded people. Because if you are in the regular environment, not that many people are entrepreneurs, right? You are feeling like a black sheep in between white sheeps, and you're like, what's wrong with me? It's so hard. And especially, as I said, if it is going really bad, then it's so hard to stay with your focus, what you are going after. So these of the components are really, really, really important. And the next one, and let's finish on this one, is lack of self-acceptance and self-love. And in one of my programs, there is one man, and he said, Lena, you know what? I use a lot of alcohol. I said, okay, that's totally okay. Just tell me more. And then he says, because I really kind of do not accept myself. And I can see in his body language, the way he stands, the way he speaks, he doesn't love himself. He doesn't accept himself because he has been making a mistake in the past. He said that he lost in one day 150,000 euros. And since then, he said, I feel like a failure because I had this opportunity. I didn't use it in the right way. And I really I feel like a failure. So just to feel a little bit better, I drink alcohol. And there are many people, they are doing different things. Some are smoking weed, using drugs, playing games, drinking, eating. These are the parts that people gonna do just to feel a little bit better. But hey, this is your life. And one thing that I want to tell you, if you do not work on your self-confidence, if you do not love yourself, even the success in your business, it's never gonna be enough. You will be always looking for something better. And trust me, I'm a high achiever and I'm always grateful, but I'm never satisfied. But I prefer to go this path, to walk this journey with a fulfillment, with an enjoyment, and not because I want to prove something to somebody, not because I do not feel good enough, but because I really believe that I deserve the best. I deserve the best life. I deserve the best people around me. I deserve the best business. I deserve the best partner. And I don't want to settle for less. And I do it just because I feel that I deserve, and because I love myself, and because I want to live this way that I imagine my life. So I hope that you got the benefit. And I want to ask you, what is lacking your self-confidence, and how is that affecting the way you build your life and the way you build your business and how you want to live your life? Thank you for today. Thank you for being here and listening me.